Hi friends! Today I wanted to share with you my favorite pens for writing with faux calligraphy. And I know that if you've seen anybody do this, you've probably seen them use these Pigma Micron pens. But today I'm going to talk to you specifically about the sizes that I like. When I first tried these pens, I never saw anybody recommend a specific size, and so I just bought a medium size. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I struggled a lot to make it work and look nice and also not take forever to write my letters. So I just wanted to show you quickly using the two smaller size pens that I have here. The 03 is this one, and the 08 is this bigger one. And the reason why I used to struggle is because I felt like I could never get the right size. So with the 03, as you can see, it's not all the way clear. It's really hard to get those even strokes with a tiny, tiny pen like that, especially without just digging up your paper if you're just using regular paper like I do. And so that's why I don't love just using this 03 size, and I find that the same thing happens when I use the 05 as well. And the other thing that I struggled with when I was just using one pen is when I'm filling in these downstrokes. So with Fauxligraphy, how we do it is we just draw the letters and then we go back and we draw in the downstrokes. But I would find that when I'd come in with my second line, I would always go over a little bit, just like this and just like that on the F. And I would have a really hard time making it perfectly. So if I didn't go over, I would miss it like I was doing with this A here. And I had the hardest time with Fauxligraphy for the longest time. So today I'm going to show you what pen combination I finally came up with that I like to use for Fauxligraphy. So I have a couple of different options. I actually bought a pack of these pens, I believe at Hobby Lobby, which is a good deal if you use a coupon. And I will leave a link in the description box below for exactly what I have. I like the different sizes, and I feel like it helps me to get more accurate and clean looking faux calligraphy. So the first one I'm going to show you is this Pigma graphic one, which I had never tried this before, but this is what I'm going to draw the base of my letters with. So with this pen, this is not the same type of a tip as this one. As you can see the difference, it's not a brush tip where you're going to get thick and thin lines, but it's not totally stiff either. So I use this one, this graphic pen, and this is what I use to write the beginning of my letters. So I'm just going to go through with this, and I've used this a lot, so that's why mine's kind of rough looking. But as you can see, you get nice and thick lines with this. But if I were going to try to fill in my letters with this, I would have a hard time not getting it up here or down here and just getting this line exactly. So then I like to take the Micron 08, and this is what I'm going to use to fill in my lines. So I just go right here, and the reason why I use the same brand is because then they're exactly the same color, and I don't notice a difference with these in the color. Sometimes if you use different brands of pens, even if they're all black, they might look a little bit different. So you might not want to try that with two different pens, but if you buy them from the same brand and they're the same color, they should look the same, and these ones I can't tell a difference at all when I fill in with different pens. So I'm going to take this 08 and just go back through and fill in my downstrokes, and I find this to be much easier than if I were using the same size marker or the same size pen for both steps of Fauxligraphy. So if you don't love this look, you can use some of the smaller size pens, which I'll show you next, and you can do the same things. So the main recommendation that I have is just to use a larger size pen tip on your first layer and then go through with a smaller pen to fill in your downstrokes. So let me show you on the 05 and the 03. These aren't much different from each other. The 05 is 0.45 millimeters and the 3 is 0.35 millimeters. So they're really similar, and we can get the same effect. But instead of struggling to get my strokes really even, I just use this, and it's a lot easier to kind of stop when you need to stop and not keep going too far. So that's how I do it with these pens as well, and I just really think that that's helpful to get a cleaner look, and it's not so sloppy, but you're also not trying to fill in all of your letters with a super tiny brush as well. So if you like this look, those are the tools that I use. And like I said, it doesn't matter so much about the size, it just matters that you're using a larger pen first and then going back and filling in with a smaller pen. So I hope that was helpful. I'm just going to do a little bit of faux calligraphy lettering at the end of this video. If you would like some more examples, I know that people always ask me to do videos of just lettering. So I'm going to be using my faux calligraphy worksheets, which I will leave a link in the description box below for. But these are just super helpful if you are new to faux calligraphy or lettering. It has the first line where you can trace it, and then you can keep tracing. This is just called monoline, where it's not the brush lettering style, where you get thicker downstrokes and thin upstrokes. This is just where you could use a regular pen on the entire thing. And then here I have an example of your downstrokes filled in and then colored in, and then there are some dotted lines for you to practice as well. So I will leave a link for these in the description box below if you are interested at all. I hope that's helpful for you. And thank you so much for watching and subscribing. We are almost to 25,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for subscribing and leaving comments and interacting here. I really appreciate it. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video.